The Philippines is a nation grappling with a profound and unsettling event. Former President Rodrigo Duterte, once a figure of immense power and popularity, now finds himself in the custody of the International Criminal Court, or ICC. The charges against him are grave crimes against humanity. The world watches as this island nation grapples with the legal, political, and emotional fallout of this historic arrest. Duterte's arrest on March 11, 2025 sent shockwaves through the Philippines. The ICC alleges that Duterte's brutal war on drugs campaign, waged from 2016 to 2022, resulted in widespread and systematic extrajudicial killings. These killings, the ICC argues, constitute crimes against humanity, placing Duterte squarely in the court's jurisdiction. The Philippines, once a staunch supporter of the ICC, finds itself in uncharted territory. Duterte, in a controversial move in 2019, withdrew the Philippines from the ICC's founding treaty, the Rome Statute. This withdrawal, however, came after the ICC had already launched an investigation into the alleged extrajudicial killings, creating a complex legal battleground. The arrest of a former head of state is always a momentous event, but in the Philippines, where Duterte's legacy looms large, the implications are particularly profound. The nation is sharply divided, reflecting the deep polarization that Duterte himself cultivated during his tumultuous presidency. Rodrigo Duterte's journey from the mayor's office in Davao City to the international stage is marked by both fervent support and harsh criticism. His rise to power in 2016 was fueled by a promise to eradicate crime and drug use, a promise he pursued with ruthless determination. His signature policy, the war on drugs, became synonymous with his presidency, but also with allegations of widespread human rights abuses. The war on drugs was characterized by nightly police raids, often in impoverished neighborhoods. The official death toll, according to the Philippine government, numbered in the thousands. However, human rights groups and international observers estimate the true number to be far higher, potentially reaching tens of thousands. These killings, often carried out with impunity, formed the basis of the ICC's case against Duterte. The ICC's investigation, launched in 2018, focused on the alleged systematic nature of the killings. The court's prosecutor, Karim Khan, argued that Duterte had created an environment where extrajudicial killings were not only tolerated, but encouraged. Duterte, for his part, has consistently denied any wrongdoing, claiming that he never ordered the police to kill suspects. Duterte's arrest in March 2025 marked a dramatic escalation in the ICC's pursuit of justice. The former president, once seemingly untouchable, now faces the prospect of a lengthy trial and, if convicted, a substantial prison sentence. The case has captivated the Philippines and the world, raising fundamental questions about accountability, justice, and the rule of law. The International Criminal Court, established in 2002, stands as a beacon of hope for victims of the most heinous crimes: genocide, war crimes, crimes against humanity, and the crime of aggression. Its jurisdiction, however, is a complex and often contested issue, rooted in the delicate balance between international justice and national sovereignty. The ICC's authority stems from the Rome Statute, an international treaty ratified by over 120 countries. The Philippines, under President Fidel Ramos, signed the Rome Statute in 2000 and ratified it in 2011, signaling its commitment to the court's ideals. However, Duterte's subsequent withdrawal in 2019, prompted by the ICC's investigation into his drug war, has created a legal quagmire. Duterte's legal team has argued that the ICC has no jurisdiction over the Philippines, citing the principle of complementarity. This principle, enshrined in the Rome Statute, stipulates that the ICC can only intervene when a state is unwilling or unable to prosecute perpetrators of crimes within its own justice system. Duterte's supporters argue that the Philippines is capable of handling the alleged crimes domestically, rendering the ICC's involvement unnecessary and intrusive. The ICC, however, maintains that it retains jurisdiction over crimes committed during the period when the Philippines was a state party to the Rome Statute. This assertion sets the stage for a legal battle that could have far-reaching implications for the court's legitimacy and its ability to hold powerful individuals accountable for atrocities. The arrest of Rodrigo Duterte has ignited a firestorm of reactions in the Philippines and beyond, exposing deep divisions within Philippine society and the international community. The Philippine government, now led by President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., finds itself in a precarious position, navigating the complexities of international law, domestic politics, and the enduring legacy of Duterte. The Marcos administration has officially maintained a neutral stance, emphasizing its respect for the ICC as an institution, while also asserting the Philippines' right to exercise its sovereignty. However, prominent figures within the government have expressed more critical views. Senator Amy Marcos, sister of President Marcos Jr., has publicly questioned the ICC's jurisdiction and suggested that the Philippines could handle the matter internally. Public opinion in the Philippines remains sharply divided, mirroring the polarization that characterized Duterte's presidency. Die-hard Duterte supporters, many of whom credit him with reducing crime and instilling discipline, have denounced the arrest as a politically motivated attack. Rallies have been held in major cities with protesters waving Philippine flags and chanting slogans in support of their former leader. On the other hand, human rights groups, victims' families, and critics of Duterte's policies have welcomed the arrest as a long-awaited step towards justice. They argue that the ICC's intervention is essential to break the cycle of impunity and hold those responsible for the atrocities accountable. The arrest has also emboldened calls for domestic accountability, with renewed demands for the Philippine government to conduct its own investigations and prosecutions.